Welcome to Rochelle's Word. We're going to continue in our study on when physical, psychological, and emotional abuse occurs. What am I supposed to do? Ladies, this is part 2. The Bible says in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 21, that we are to submit ourselves one to another in the fear of God. The phrase one to another implies duality. It is not a unilateral relationship in this specific verse. It means that both parties are to submit themselves one to the other in the fear of God. The word fear means reverence. Therefore, we are to submit ourselves one to the other in reverence to God. This, however, is not what happens in a relationship where abuse is optimal. When it comes to physical, psychological, and emotional abuse of a sister, it is a matter of power and control. Abuse always has to do with power and control. Abuse, simply put, is control and power over a person. It is where one vilifies and denigrates their power to gain control. Single women, I want you to pay very, very close attention as well to what I am going to share. When it comes to abuse of power and control, there are 3 types of people. The first type is the abuser who doesn't know that they are abusing. However, when they find out that they choose to change. Typically, this individual, for example, may raise his voice at an unacceptable level. You point it out to him, he apologizes, and it doesn't happen again. He is truly repentant and genuinely seeks your forgiveness. The second type of abuser is the one who doesn't know that they are abusing, but are so far in denial that they can't change. Why? Because they don't want to. You take that same example of a person who raises their voice. You point it out to this man, he denies it. But this time he tells you, if you would have done so and so, I wouldn't have to raise my voice at you. He never acknowledges what he's done and is in denial that it ever happened. The third and final type of abuser is the one who does know what he is doing, but doesn't care for various reasons. This person raises his voice at you. You say something about it to him because you were embarrassed as others are present, for example. He continues in front of them in his abuse towards you. Why do they continue? Because they don't care, and they certainly don't care about you or the embarrassment that it caused. Unmarrieds, before you make the decision to say, I do, pay attention to the red flags. Red flags are always present. They are always around you. Let me say that again. Unmarrieds, pay attention to the red flags. They are always present. They are always around you. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. I want to say this to you, and I speak in love. You have a way, unmarrieds, sometimes, of allowing yourself to become so enamored, so enamored with the attention that a man is displaying upon you, that you have a tendency to justify his inappropriate behavior instead of looking at him, and that with a critical eye. You make allowances for this man by saying, for example, oh, he didn't mean it. Oh, he just had a long day. Oh, everyone gets upset some of the time. But what you don't acknowledge and fail to say is that this is the 55th time that you have said, oh, he didn't mean it. Oh, he just had a long day. Oh, everyone gets upset some of the time. The truth is, unfortunately for you, you are being abused and don't see yourself as a victim. Why? Because you justify his subtle forms of abuse. Now, let me explain that. Subtle forms of abuse are when a person, number one, uses fear and guilt to control you. Number two, they use sarcasm and humor to put you down. And number three, they twist the facts to make you look as if you are responsible. And number four, they belittle you when you object to something. Let me repeat these subtle forms again. Number one, it is when the abuser uses fear and guilt to control you. Number two, they use sarcasm and humor to put you down. Number three, they twist the facts to make you look as if you are responsible. And number four, they belittle you when you object to something. The signs are always there, love. And it is because of God's love for you that I want to share this information with all of my sisters. Single sisters, unmarried sisters, married sisters with children, unmarried sisters with children, divorced sisters, separated sisters, living together partner sisters, and my widowed sisters. Hope I didn't leave any of you out. If I did, include yourself somewhere. As a student in graduate school, I learned about what was called the cycle of violence. Believe me, identifiable characteristics of abuse that existed and were defined years ago are the same signs that exist today. In this wheel of violence, as it were, it has as its core the abuse of power and the abuse of control. Let me say that again. In this wheel of violence, it has as its core the abuse of power and the abuse of control. This wheel has 8 specific categories. Number 1, the abuser uses intimidation. Number 2, the abuser's use of emotional abuse. Number 3, the abuser's use of isolation. Number 4, the abuser's use of minimizing, denying, and blaming. Number 5, the abuser's use of their children. Number 6, the abuser's use of male privilege. Number 7, the abuser's use of economic abuse. And finally, number 8, the abuser's use of coercion and threats. We are out of time, so come back next week for part 3, and let's look at each of these categories and the characteristics thereof. Until next Sunday.